It was the show that defined an era, a comedy so timeless that it still makes people laugh nearly 70 years later. The Honeymooners wasn't just television. It was a slice of American life captured in black and white. But just as quickly as it rose to fame, it vanished. The cameras stopped rolling, the laughter faded, and fans were left wondering what really happened. Behind the laughter, behind the chemistry between Jackie Gleason and Audrey Meadows, lay a storm of ego, exhaustion, and impossible expectations. This is the untold truth behind why The Honeymooners, one of TV's greatest comedies, came to an end far too soon. When The Honeymooners premiered in 1955, television was still young and Jackie Gleason was its golden boy. He was a comedic genius with a larger-than-life personality both on and off the screen. The show told the story of Ralph Cramden, a blustering New York bus driver with big dreams and a short temper, and his wife Alice, the sharp-tongued voice of reason who loved him despite his constant schemes. Together with their neighbors, Ed and Trixie Norton, they became symbols of post-war America, ordinary people chasing extraordinary dreams. But what most viewers didn't realize was that The Honeymooners was never meant to be a long-running sitcom. It actually began as a series of comedy sketches on The Jackie Gleason Show. The sketches were so popular that Gleason decided to spin them off into a standalone series. The chemistry was instant, the writing sharp, and the laughter genuine. For a brief moment, The Honeymooners was the #1 show in America, but the pressure behind the scenes was mounting. Jackie Gleason was not an easy man to work for. Known as the Great One, he demanded perfection but loathed rehearsals. He often refused to run lines, preferring to perform live with raw energy and improvisation. His co-stars Audrey Meadows, Art Carney, and Joyce Randolph adored him. I've feared his temper. Gleason's brilliance came at a cost. The show's production schedule was grueling, and tensions often ran high. By the spring of 1956, just one season after the show's debut, Gleason shocked the cast and the network by announcing that The Honeymooners was over. Only 39 full episodes now, called The Classic 39, were ever produced. Fans couldn't believe it. How could such a successful show end so suddenly? The truth was complicated. Gleason was under enormous pressure. Despite the show's popularity, ratings had begun to dip slightly against fierce competition from The Perry Como Show. CBS wanted to make changes, but Gleason refused to compromise his creative control. He also feared that the show's simple premise, a working-class couple in a Brooklyn apartment, had reached its limit. "We've said everything we can say about these characters," he reportedly told his writers. Rather than watch his creation decline, he ended it at its peak. There was another factor: exhaustion. Gleason was not only starring in The Honeymooners, he was also writing, producing, performing in other segments of The Jackie Gleason Show. The stress was immense, and his health was beginning to suffer. He turned back to variety television, where he felt more comfortable improvising instead of memorizing scripts. The sitcom format, as successful as it was, felt too confining for a performer like him. For years after fans hoped for a reunion, and while The Honeymooners never returned in its original form, Gleason did revive the characters in several TV specials throughout the 1960s and 70s, often with different actors. But the magic of the original series, that perfect chemistry between Gleason, Meadows, Carney, and Randolph, was never quite recaptured. In the end, The Honeymooners didn't fade because it failed. It ended because it succeeded too perfectly. Jackie Gleason created something so real, so funny, and so human that even he feared trying to repeat it. The show's short life became part of its legend, a reminder that sometimes greatness burns brightest when it burns briefly. Though only 39 episodes were made, The Honeymooners continues to live on, a timeless reminder of laughter, love, and the fragile magic that makes television history.